And did you know cows moo in regional accents? Or that 2/3 of the world's population have never seen snow? The brains behind the TV series QI will be here with fascinating facts this morning.
And of course, Carol has the weather.
Just to cover the election and all the final rounds of campaigning, and it is so close for them, Bill, isn't it? Election over there in the States, $2 billion spent. Could it actually end up being a dead heat with all that money invested? Well, thanks very much. Bill's out there in Washington for us, not just today, but he'll be covering the results tomorrow as well.
Other news now, the Home Secretary, Theresa May, will make a statement to the Commons today on the North Wales child abuse inquiry announced by the Prime Minister.
Yes, David Cameron says he wants it to be a rapid investigation so that they get to the truth behind the claims that sexual abuse occurred at Welsh care homes in the 1970s and 80s. An independent figure will investigate whether a public inquiry 12 years ago did its job properly and considered all the allegations made.
David Cameron has again defended his decision to try to sell British Typhoon jets to the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, despite allegations of human rights abuses.
Now, it's being reported that the Conservative MP Nadine Dorries is going to be taking part in the reality TV show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Ms Dorries, who represents Mid-Bedfordshire, will be the first serving MP to take part in the programme. We're joined now by our political... Thank you.
11 minutes past 8. The government's apprenticeship programme has been criticised by a committee of MPs. Nearly 500 people joined the scheme.
Experts have confirmed the disease threatening the UK's ash trees has been detected for the first time in parts of Kent and Essex. 82 sites across the country are now known to be affected by ash dieback.
Well, today, new portable DNA technology will be used to identify the fungus more quickly and help determine the full extent of the problem. So our reporter Ben Ando has gone to Three Gates Farm in Norfolk. What's going to be happening there, Ben? And finally, researchers in Austria say that they've recorded the first ever instance of a parrot making a tool.
Telling us the marvellous things their parrots are capable of doing.
Cockatoos are able to do very sophisticated things, but making tools to use, apparently a breakthrough.
Didn't someone earlier tell us that their cockatoo breaks off twigs and then uses it to scratch their back?
Yes.
That's not quite the motion they do, obviously, because they've got wings, but that kind of get the impression. Anyway.
You have a very sophisticated knowledge of parrot behaviour.
And let's see, time now is 14 minutes past 8.
Carol will bring you a full weather forecast in about 5 minutes. Now, David Cameron says he wants the investigation into sex abuse allegations at care homes in North Wales 30 years ago to report back quickly.
A senior Conservative MP is one of those implicated in the claims. More victims are coming forward to say they're unhappy with the original inquiry.
Our reporter Renat Pura.
Let's see, time now is 18 minutes past 8. Let's take a moment to have a look at the weather with Carol.
That would have been a surprise for the time of year. 20 minutes past 8. Let's catch up with Steph, who's on... I don't know what to say about that.
No.
Should we just leave it there?
That was part of a health and safety thing, and those were representing people.
Are we part of a training exercise?
She's running now. She's running away from the bus. It's a good thing. Steph, thank you. It's never dull, is it? It's never dull.
We're not when you're out with Steph. 24 minutes past 8. It's part of a child's Christmas experience, sitting down to write a wish list of presents to Santa. Some parents, though, dread seeing that list.
Although, of course, Santa organises most of the presents. Important to make that point. Mums and dads do get involved sometimes as well. Research from the Mothers' Union suggests 3/4 of parents have bought their children gifts they simply can't afford.
We're going to speak to Rachel Aston from Mothers' Union in a moment. First, though, let's hear what shoppers had to say about a Christmas without lists. Him, and if we look at us staring. And
you never did quite get it.
Never got it.
Unless they didn't show us that. But anyway, he was using the thing to get the thing, so...
There's the thing.
There you go.
Those are the main stories this morning. Here's what's coming up later on Breakfast. Comedian on Breakfast, the American presidential candidates have spent months and billions of dollars on the campaign trail. Now the race for the White House is almost at an end.
Yes, those latest polls suggest Democrat President Barack Obama is possibly inching slightly ahead of the Republican candidate Mitt Romney, but it's still, as they say, too close to call.
So Bill Turnbull has got on the plane to go to Washington. Bill, very good morning to you. So tight, and we understand Mitt Romney is going to just keep campaigning. He's just not going to stop. Is that important? Love the bobbleheads. I think they're adding to the analysis this morning. What happens if it literally comes down to the wire that all of this comes to a total split between the two candidates, do we have a horrendous set of legal battles ahead? All right, Bill, thanks very much. Lovely to see you. Bit odd to hear you saying that you've been watching breakfast television somewhere else. Just I don't know, just sounds of kind of, I don't know, little unlocked view tomorrow morning because you're reporting on the results. And look forward to seeing you then, Bill. Thank you.
Let's see the time now, just coming up to 8:45. Carol has all the weather for us this morning. Carol. This is a personal story. At least the inspiration for it has come from your own family history.
It has. It happens. My uncle Heinz actually did a very heroic thing in that he appealed to the local Gestapo in 1942 in Kassel, where his grandmother, adoptive grandmother, was about hope, creating strong and humorous characters on both sides. There are no fingers pointed. Don't forget this.
Two brothers. It is brutal. It's very moving as well, and it goes on sale this Thursday.
Some tests for you now. Which of the following are true? Toasters were banned in Havana until 2008. True or false, Ben Elton?
Oh, God.
It's true. J.R.R. Tolkien typed the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy with just 2 fingers.
Is that true?
Goodness gracious.
Just a vague memoir.
Exactly. Well, there's 1,200 and something, 1,227 facts in the book.
Pitch, when you first pitched the idea.
Yeah,
Did it go down well? Was it instant?
Slightly different.
The book, it's 1,227 QI facts out on Thursday of this week.
Why that number?
Geranium. Asteroid 1227.
One fact leads to another. Thank you very much.
And 1,227 leads to a geranium. We're going to be speaking to Colin Salmon in a moment about his exit from Strictly. Despite his high score and high kicks, he was booted out. First, it's a last quick look what's happening where you are. Stay with us. Interesting what you say about how you feel then when you're in the dance-off, because Richard, who had not done the dance terribly well first time, then in the dance-off seemed to kind of step up. Now, it takes a different sort of character, doesn't it, to do that? As you say, you can either feel...
I was in this dance-off last week. I just need...
And watch next week's programme, BBC One, Saturday, 6:30. We're going to say goodbye. Have a lovely day today, whatever you're doing. Join us 6 tomorrow. All reaction analysis from the States as the polls come in. Of course, the results of the American election.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.